Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to season 16 of the NNSCRA Castrol GTX Cup Series, and we are set to go racing here today at Daytona International Speedway. And this is going to be an excellent race here. It's the Great American Race. It's the Daytona 500, and we are doing a new thing this season. It's going to be a 15% race length, so this is 30 laps we're doing for the Daytona 500 this season. And so the whole season is going to be 30% race length. And as always, it's going to be 40 races. And yeah, of course, as you see, we're back to the Cup 90 mod this season. And got a few rookies in the field here today. So with all that said, let's get to the starting line for today's running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. On the pole, the number 20 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. It's Dalton Day on the pole for today's event. Won last season at Texas Motor Speedway. He'll be alongside the number 7 ZEREX antifreeze Ford. It's Cole Deaver on the outside. Row 2, Joshua Sakulian, the number 12 Ray Bess's Buick. He is a rookie in the series, and likewise is Dawson Wise, the number 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet. Row 3, Zachary Fitzwater, the number 29 Hardee's Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside the number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. It's Daniel Olson. He's on the outside. Row 4, Joshua Collard, the number 43 STP Pontiac. He is a 3-time winner last season. Alongside of him, Chris Dodd, the number 8 Snickers Buick. Then it's the number 66 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac of Nick Johnson on the inside. He's another rookie this season. Alongside of him, another rookie, Amar Stoudemire Jr. in the number 68 Country Time Pontiac, or Country Time Oldsmobile. Jonathan Fitzwater has the inside of the next row down, the number 71 Lifebuoy Chevrolet. He'll be alongside the number 75 Valvoline Pontiac of Cole Baker. He's another rookie this season. He's on the outside. Then it's Keith Batson, the number 88 Quality Care Ford Thunderbird. He's on the inside of the next row down, and he'll be alongside the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. It's Michael Norman. He's in his very last season in the NNSCRA competition as a driver, and he's won this Daytona 500 so many times. He's in the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Matt Dallio in the number 15 Motorcraft Ford as the inside of the next row down. Alongside, staying with the PENNZOIL colors this season, Ryan George. He's on the outside of the number 30 PENNZOIL Pontiac. John Gilbert has the inside of the next row down, number 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside the number 57 Heinz Tomato Ketchup Pontiac of Kev Shearer, the winner last season at the Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro. Andrew Perry has the inside of the next row down, number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet. He's the guy that won last season's AC Delco 400, and only his 7th start in this series, as a matter of fact, too, after he took the 5 ride from Austin LaPlante. Sky Commons flanks him on the outside in the Maxwell House Ford, car number 22. Then it's the defending Castrol GTX Cup Series champion, Charles Sanford, the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, alongside Trent Dunham, the number 1 SKOAL Classic Oldsmobile for Sega Motorsports. Then it's Zach Winkle, the number 11 Budweiser Ford. He'll be alongside the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet of Joshua Osborne. Osborne was winner last season at North Wilkesboro in the First Union 400. Then it's the number 28 Texaco Havoline Ford. It's Johnny Gardner, winner of the season 1 Daytona 500. And he'll be alongside the number 42 Meliella Pontiac of Kyle Matthews, who was second in the points last season. He would love to move up to number 1 at the end of this season. Then it's Paul Minnick, another rookie in the number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet, who the car that won last season 14 Daytona 500. He'll be alongside John Arndt, the number 6 Valvoline Ford. JT Bryant has the inside of the next row down, the number 10 Tide Ford. He'll be alongside, welcoming back into the series, Chris Dollerton, the number 55 Skull Crown Oldsmobile. Then it's Levi McIntyre for Rockin' Wrestling Racing, the number 99 Exide Batteries Ford. He'll be alongside the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford of Dylan Young. Command's been given the fire the engines here for today's running of this event of the season 16 Daytona 500. Benjamin Miles and the 14 of Jeremy Jones has the inside as the next row. Next row down after that is the only two-time Daytona 500 winner, Dylan Poteet in the 31 car. He's outside of Jessica Shelton, number 9 Coors Melling Ford. Seth Cole and Zed Weinstein has the next row down, and the next row after that is Quentin Moore and Chelsea Bowles, and shotgun in the field is Jesse Turner, the number 94 Sunoco Oldsmobile. Field rounding turn number 4, getting set for 30 laps of action to kick off season 16 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And boy, what a season it's going to be here. Looking for a green flag here. The pace car on pit road, and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Jumping out in front is Dalton Day, the number 20 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. And he's got Joshua Sakuli behind him, number 12. On the inside lane, Zachary Fitzwater going to try to make a 3 wide here down the backstretch. Between he, Sakuli, and Dawson Wise in the 18 car. And now moving up behind in the second position is the 7 car of Cole Deaver. And coming to the start-finish line, they'll complete the first lap here at Daytona. Deaver to the inside. Is he going to lead the first lap from Dalton Day? Yes, he will. Cole Deaver, the rookie, out in front of the first lap at over 187.422 miles an hour. These cars qualified at 203 miles an hour for the pole. And we suspect they're going to be very, very fast all day here. Joshua Collard to the inside. Here comes 66, the rookie, Nick Johnson in the 66 car. Has the push from the 71 car of Jonathan Fitzwater, who's making his return to the series, as well as Keith Badson, number 88. Badson, the diehard Ford campaigner, driving the 1997 Dale Jarrett colors in this race. Second lap by the leader, 208.011 miles per hour. Jonathan Fitzwater out in front. Here comes Keith Batson, car 88 to the inside. John Gilbert, one of the rookies in the field. Amari Stoudenberg Jr. in the 68 car, the Country Time Oldsmobile, out in the inside lane. Three wide battling right there all the way down the racetrack here. There's Daniel Olson, another rookie in the field, in the 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. It's one of the 5 Hendrick Motors, one of the 3 Hendrick Motorsports cars in the field. In fact, they're all together, the 5, the 25, and the 24. Charles Sanford in the 24 car, the defending series champion. And Johnny Gardner right there behind in car number 28. That's the 80. That's the retro Davey Allison colors. On board, Johnny Gardner. Gardner is right there following behind Charles Sanford, Levi McIntyre, and the inside train as well as Jessica Shelton, the 3-time champion in this series. And here comes Sanford for the lead, car 24. Hendrick Motorsports 3 wide in the turn 3 as they go down to complete another lap here. This will be the 5th lap completed. Still 25 to go in this race, so a lot can happen in this Daytona 500. McIntyre to the inside being shoved by Shelton. McIntyre won last season at Kansas Speedway in the Camping World 400. And that was his first win since the season 11 race at Homestead Miami Speedway. You're on board Jessica Shelton's car. She goes inside of McIntyre, meanwhile going to the inside of Jessica as the camera now goes to the trackside, that is Benjamin Miles, number 27 in the KODIAK Pontiac. They're a different team than the 25 car. And a couple of buddies right there about to hook up, Seth Cole and Dylan Pote. And actually, Pote goes inside of Seth Cole, so that breaks up that. Dylan Pote, the only two-time Daytona 500 champion in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, winning in Season 5 and in Season 9. So Poteet knows how to win this race himself there. The 31 car. Here comes 26 Chelsea Bowles, taking the ride from taking the 26 car from Stephanie Gardner last season. And Chelsea Bowles making her debut with the Quaker State Buick this season. 12 Fords, 9 Chevrolets, 9 Pontiacs, 8 Oldsmobiles, and 3 Buicks make up the field. The Castrol GTX Cup Series, the only manufacturer switch that will happen this season, by the way, is going to be this car here. Yeah, this car here, the number 4 Kodak car. This Chevrolet that is the car of Paul Minnick. Here he's going to be in a manufacturer change over the course of the season. The Chevrolet he'll be driving for the plate tracks and the speedways, the 1.5 mile tracks, as well as the couple of the 1 milers at Rockingham and Dover, and at tracks like New Hampshire, Phoenix, and the road courses and short tracks. That car will be an Oldsmobile for some of the. A couple of the 1 milers, as well as the short tracks and road courses on the season, which of course will be Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Riverside, Bristol, Richmond, North Wilkesboro, and Martinsville. Minnick now goes into the inside now of the 27 of Benjamin Miles, and he's on the outside of Ryan George in the 30 car that almost won a race last season at South Boston Speedway, only to get passed in the final lap by Joseph Romero for the win, as the lead now being held by John Arndt, the Coca-Cola 600 winner last season. He's driving the Martin colors this season. But Ryan George having a pretty keeping the PENNZOIL ride this season. Now inside of Charles Sanford and the 14 of Jeremy Jones, winner last season at Las Vegas and the Dover event. Right there behind another rookie in the number 75 Valvoline colors, that is Cole Baker, a newcomer named to the NR 2003 community, but he is not run very many offline leagues, but he's mainly an online racer, and a darn good one I might add too, taken from somebody who's actually raced against him. But Cole Baker, very worthy of getting an offline ride, and he has run very, very well this season so far in this Daytona 500. As now 3 wide battling for second position inside of Quentin Moore. There comes the 17 of Joshua Osborne, Season 2 champ in this series. And in fact, Cole Baker comes with Osborne. Osborne driving the Darrell Waltrip colors, number 17, the Western Auto Chevy. Osborne was the winner last season at the race at North Wilkesboro in the first Union 400. And he now dips inside of Quentin Moore to take the lead. Quentin Moore driving the Morgan Shepherd course for the second season in a row. The 21 Sitco course from 1993. And to the inside now comes 22 Sky Commons. Sorry for my fraps lagging a little bit. Sky Commons leading this time by here as we're almost halfway through the event here. That completed 12 laps in the books and 18 laps to go here at Daytona. Still plenty of racing left here. Chris Dodd taking the lead, car number 8. Here comes Michael Norman to the inside, number 3. driving the Dale Earnhardt colors, and here comes the 15 of Matt Dalio. Dalio was the winner last season at Homestead Miami Speedway in the Ford EcoBoost 400. This is his second season in the series. Dalio had a rather solid late season last season, however, in the number 6 car. Woohoo! If that would have been the finish, I would have lost it. But Dalio had a solid season last season. Now Joshua Collar takes the lead. Car 43 in the STP Pontiac, the King Richard Petty colors. Backstretch now. Jonathan Fitzwater up in this mix here. Here comes the 18 car. That's Dawson Wise. New name to this series as well. Keith Batson back in this mix in the 88 car, and the 20 of Dalton Day, the pole sitter, and Zach Winkle in the 11 car, driving the Junior Johnson cars, the Budweiser Ford. Cole Deaver in this mix in the number 7 ZEREX machine. Zachary Fitzwater driving the oldest of the cars in this series. Driving the oldest car in the roster, I should say. That number 29 Hardy's Ford, or Hardy's Oldsmobile, there it is. The orange and white car, that is a 1988 Oldsmobile he's driving. Fitzwater right now currently clocked, it was clocked in the 12th position, I think. No, 14th position. Fitzwater had a not good didn't have a good season last season in the 45 Sprint PCS machine, but hopes for a little vindication this season as the shuffle happening up front here. And here comes Johnny Gardner to the inside, number 28. Dips down the inside of Cole Deaver, and he'll take the lead. Car number 28 and two of his friends, Andrew Perry and Chelsea Bowles, right there behind. Andrew Perry was quite the story in the last 10 races of last season, because you remember he took the 5 ride from Austin LaPlante last season, and Andrew Perry started his season at Kansas Speedway, won the pole in his first ever start, I might add, and led his first laps. And didn't take long for him to get his very first win when he took the AC Delco 400 at Rockingham in only his 7th start in this series. And there has been people that have won in less starts than that, but Andrew is quite the story in the last 10 races of the season, other than the championship battle, as Levi McIntyre led the lap. In fact, that Kansas race, it was Levi McIntyre who went on to win that race, too, as a matter of fact. On board again, Jessica Shelton's car. She goes inside now of Benjamin Miles now for the lead. And shoving her, it looks like the 31 of Dylan Poteet shoving her in the Mom and Pop's Chevrolet. Look who's come from last to 3rd place there. Jesse Turner, car number 94. The Sunoco Oldsmobile. Jesse Turner had a few good runs himself last season, but struggled for most of the year. And here he comes to the inside now, and a guy shoving him. Got to give him a call, though. Good to see him back in this series for the Castrol GTX Cup Series and make another swing at it. Chris Dollerton, car 55, the Crown Petroleum SKOAL Classic Oldsmobile, making his return to the series, and he is actually making his return to a few NNSCRA series, as a matter of fact, too, including Hershey's Cup, I think. But anyway, but he also is part of the Amp Energy Cup Series, and where he still hopes to get his first win there And seriously, we all here hope that he does. As a matter of fact, and Dalton always a strong driver in any series he goes into. It's now battle for the lead going on. Kyle Matthews to the inside. He'll take the lead. Seth Cole to second. Paul Minnick in third. As they go to the start-finish line, get ready for 10 laps to go at Daytona. Matthews out front, and he'll throw the block on both Minnick and Stanford both. And now here comes Kev Shearer. Where did he come from? Kev Shearer, car number 57, the man who finally won his first race last season at North Wilkesboro in the Holly Farms 400. And here comes Charles Sanford, a man the man who took his first championship last season. And of course, driving the same colors he had last season, the Jeff Gordon colors, the DuPont Chevrolet, except this time now a Lumina instead of a Monte Carlo, as it was last season. And now Kev Shearer will take the lead. Car number 57. Here comes John Arndt, car number 6. To the inside, the Havoline Ford, and Joshua Osborne in 17. And here comes Osborne for the lead. Alright, not for the lead, rather. Listen to me. He goes inside for third place. He'll take Kev Shearer. And right there behind him, the season 13 champion of this race, Zed Weinstein. Weinstein back with the J.D. McDuffie ride this season. In fact, that was the very car he drove to the season 13 500 victory. And the guy that finished second is right in front of him, Kev Shearer. Pontiac having the first three spots, and then we got Ford Chevrolet battling for that fourth spot. Weinstein to the inside lane. Here comes Collard swinging to the inside. Quentin Moore up in his mix in the 21 car. Dylan Young shoving in the 2. Back bumper can Quentin Moore's car from the Sitco Ford, looking right at the front bumper of the North Chamberlain Draft Ford of Dylan Young. Young was the winner of 2 races last season at Bristol, and Young was the winner last season at Bristol, Tennessee in the Big City 500. We'll be heading to early in the season for both the day race and the night race both as well. And look who's behind Dylan Young, still looking for that first 500 winner in this series, Trent Dunham. He did score a Snickers Cup 500 victory in season 10 in that series. And he does have a Daytona win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, but it was in the season 5 Pepsi 400 with the Jeff Gordon colors. But he does hope to bring his Sega Motorsports car to victory lane today. Zachary Fitzwater out in front, and here comes Matt Dalio and JT Bryant. A pair of Fords there hooking up and make that a trio, because Cole Deaver in the 7 right there in the mix as well. 5 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Last season, Marty Johnson was able to pick up the victory there in that event, and that made it, I think we've had 13 winners in 15 500s. No, 14 winners in 15 500s, I think. Will we see 15 of 16? We'll find out. The only one that can prevent that from happening is for winning. Well, those who've won it before that's in this race. Bryant to the lead. Here comes Cole Deaver. And here comes number 12, Joshua Sakuli in the Mrs. Buick. The blue and white car, here comes... He makes the inside move for second position. Andrew Perry making another crack at it, as well as the 71. Jonathan Fitzwater, Keith Badson is up there in this mix. This is a 205-mile-an-hour chess game. Where and when do you make your right move? Perry to the inside. Perry to second. Bryant still out in front. Car number 10. Perry shoves Bryant up the track. Andrew Perry to the inside. He'll take the lead. Several drivers back there, though. They're hungry for that 500 win. Jonathan Fitzwater to the inside. Here comes Badson to the inside. He'll try to take second. He'll try to take the lead now. Keith Badson, car 88 to the lead. The blue and white Dale Jarrett colors. Start finish line they come. 2 laps to go. Ford in first. Chevrolet second. Oldsmobile in third. Here comes 25. That's Daniel Olson to the inside. Olson to the lead. Dalton Day right behind him in second. Here. Zach Winkle in the 11. He's right there. Levi McIntyre. Chris Dodd. Who's it going to be in his 500? A white flag will be this time by car number 11. Here comes Zach Winkle. He'll take the lead. Chris Dodd right there behind him. It will be the white flag. This time by. It'll be one more lap to go. Who's it going to be in the Daytona 500? Last lap. Chris Dodd, car 8, the Snickers Buick to the inside. He'll take the lead. Benjamin Miles, he's back there. Can he make the move? He's never won his 500. Neither has Jessica Shelton. Here comes Shelton to the inside. Is she going to make it 3 wide? Yes, she will. Dodd throws the block. Chris Dodd, car number 8. Out of turn 4, last sprint, Chris Dodd, the Snickers Buick. Out in front, Shelton goes to the inside of the racetrack. It'll be Chris Dodd winning the Daytona 500 for season 16. Chris Dodd, the number 8 Snickers Buick out in here, takes the win, held off a hard-charging Jessica Shelton to take the win. What a race. Shelton comes home second. Third was Chelsea Bowles. Fourth position was John Arndt. Benjamin Miles comes home fifth. Paul Minnick, Trent Dunham, Zach Winkle, Seth Cole, and Levi McIntyre, the top 10. A great race here. But Chris Dodd ends up your winner in this race here today. Jessica Shelton, a heartbreaking second place finish for her. Looked like she had a shot at that 500 win, but Dodd made the block move that basically gave him the win, even though she did make another try of it at the start finish line. Just came up short. Chelsea Bowles comes on third. In fact, look at that though. I mean that, and kind of unusual. We said 3 cars for Buicks. 2 of those 3 ended up in the top 3 spots. Very good day for the Buick label in this Daytona 500. John Arndt comes on in 4th position. 5th position was Benjamin Miles. Paul Minnick, 6th. 7th was Trent Dunham. 8th position was Zach Winkle. Seth Cole comes on 9th. Levi McIntyre finishing in 10th. Pole sitter Dalton Day comes on 11th. 12th was Zed Weinstein. Joshua Sikulia, a good 13th place running for him. Daniel Olson, 14th. Chris Dollerton, a good comeback, starting this comeback, 15th for him. Solid day for Chris. Dawson Wise in 16th position. 17th, Keith Badson. 18th, Amari Stoudermer Jr. Cole Baker, 19th. And 20th was Jonathan Fitzwater. 21st, Joshua Collard Andrew Perry, 22nd. Dylan Poteet, 23rd. 24th, Cab Shearer. JT Bryant, Dylan Young, Michael Norman in 27th. 28th, Cole Deaver. And on down the list, 29th was Zachary Fitzwater in matching his car number. Johnny Gardner, 30th. Ryan George, 31st. Nick Johnson. John Gilbert. Excuse me. Matt Delio, 34th. 35th. Joshua Osborne. Kyle Matthews, 36th. Quentin Moore. Jeremy Jones. Sky Cummins. Jesse Turner. And Charles Sanford, the defending series champion, ends up in last place, unfortunately for him. So, but a big day for Chris Dodd. The number 8 Snickers Buick takes the win. In fact, the first Daytona 500 win ever for the Buick label in our 2003 competition. So Chris Dodd makes a little bit of history here, but it's also his first Daytona 500 victory, as he here the average speed of this race 206.131. Classic race for sure, and well, I don't know what else you can say there. So until then, so the race starts of the season, the 16th season of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Be sure to check out the NNSCRA page on Facebook. Click the subscribe button if you may. And if you like all this stuff, and plus we got gaming, plus we got a lot of gaming and about plenty more other series that's in this channel for sure. Mainly from the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole. So you never know what's going to pop up on this channel from time to time. So next up on the tour will be at Rockingham for the GM Goodrich Service 400. And until then, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?